just sit back and allow everybody to enjoy. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoy this Reiki. Okay. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining me. And just as a reminder to those of you who are just watching the Reiki, this card is called Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And please do take that as a spiritual advice also, not only romantic. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for participating with the Reiki. Please give me a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day. Namaste, everyone. Bye.